welcome to the final round of the interview. We need to close the TTV history very close, a very few. So, according with his last declarations, the TTV program will shut down the next year due to the burnout. Another situation has new interest and but primarily by the job situation can you give me more details about why you decide in the next year will be the last program of TTB?
Sure. So there's two sides to it. There's the larger picture of our lives and kind of what led into this decision, and then why we actually chose the dates and times we did. LJ, the latter was pretty much your brainchild of like how we should end it and when. Do you want to shed some light on how that came about?
Yeah, so I have a document that contains the release date, the duration of the uh, different hosts on every episode of the TTV podcast. So it serves as kind of a historical document to show how many people been on how many episodes and when they released and so on and so forth. And in creating this document, I realized that we're coming up on kind of a cool uh, meeting up of numbers. Next year is the 15th anniversary of the TTV podcast. And because of our haphazard release schedule over the years, it will also allow us to aim to reach episode 365 basically on our anniversary, which means we can have 15 years of our history listenable in a year if you listen to one episode a day.
Okay.
Which is pretty neat. And I like that a lot. And so, over time, I mean, Eldrin and I disagreed for a long, long, long time about whether to end the podcast, when to end the podcast, how to end the podcast. But ultimately, there's, I would say, three big reasons. Number one is branding, because we used to be called the Three Virtues. Then we changed it to the TTV Channel. And that was our name for many years. Unfortunately, that name doesn't really lend itself to search engine optimization because TTV is an acronym used for another popular streaming platform, namely Twitch.tv. And so it's not really the best name for a podcast, at least not nowadays. Um, Secondarily, one of the big reasons is uh, to put it plain and simply, it's just old. We have been doing it for 15 years, and the format is kind of dated. A lot of the people on the podcast aren't really present in a lot of other videos on the channel. They haven't been for many years. The podcast is kind of a relic of an older point in our lives, and we're moving towards a new duration. Not necessarily that we don't like Bionicle anymore, but it's no longer representative of the us that exists nowadays. And number three, we want to give it a proper ending. We don't just want to stop one day and say it's over. We want to give it some fanfare, send it in for a nice conclusion, do something special, get as many people back on as we can to kind of say goodbye and celebrate the anniversary rather than just kind of let it fade away into
Okay.
obscurity.
All right. So if we took I checked the branding situation and seen there are even a brand of um a truck brand called TTB. Another brand is using the same name, TTB.
Yeah, it's just kind of unlucky that it worked
Yeah,
out that way. So if when we do something else in the future, we want to come up with a
yes,
catchy name.
yes. Also, return quickly to the first episode. The Bionicle fandom world changed too much and nowadays the people is no maybe taking some rest, or Bionicle, return, rest, return, and it's difficult when you are a creator content. So it will be difficult if you want to have a project with the Bionicle related to Bionicle nowadays is not is yes, you love the topic, but maybe the people is not interested or interested only by seasons.
That's definitely something that we did run into as well, because Eldra and I have done Bionicle content for many years, even past G2. We have our Knack and Jay show where it's kind of a spin-off podcast where it's just LJ and I talking about Bionicle related topics. But I mean, LJ, I think it's fair to say that participation from others in the TTV channel over the years definitely has kind of dried up as their own personal interests have waned. I think your documents show as much.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I need to flesh out the documents to show the other podcasts, but generally speaking, nowadays, people are only interested in being on the TTV podcast because it's kind of just a fun hangout session where we get together and we just talk about what's been going on or jaw jack about any random subjects. And it's less of a structured, we're going to talk about Bionicle kind of a thing. And
Yes.
and that is because a lot of TTV members, while they still like Bionicle, they're not anywhere near as invested in community stuff or current going-ons or really being involved in the community in any significant way.
They like it casually, basically, which is totally fun.
All right, guys. So we under I can understand your situation nowadays, but there is something which I remember of the reviving Bionicle, one of the titles of the songs, "Cool Goodbyes,"
Hmm.
related to say goodbye. Did you will miss something special of recording a program or hang out with your TTV friends to an event, to a convention or something related?
Um, there will
I think,
definitely be things I miss. LJ, you want to go first?
oh yeah, no, yeah, I mean, the TTV podcast as it exists has definitely been Bionicle centric for a very, very, very long time. And whatever endeavor we jump toward next probably won't be that quite as much when it comes to like hanging out with all of our friends. So that'll certainly be kind of unfortunate, but we'll still be like doing stuff with our friends. We'll still either be hanging out or recording something with them. It just might not be Bionicle related. And I know I still plan on being a part of the community for the time being and going to conventions, and
Yeah.
hopefully people will join me.
LJ's
Yeah.
been a very active participant, specifically at like Brick Fair, Virginia for many years. And some years TTV goes, some years they don't, but it kind of goes on and off like that. I think that if you're talking strictly things I'll miss, I will miss the years where we had like all of TTV at Brick Fair doing things like a live podcast. That's definitely a thing to miss, as well as just how the TTV podcast has kind of uniquely formed over the years. I'll miss the in jokes. I'll miss the disorganized, chaotic introductions with people screaming random things, screaming like Mardi Gras, interrupting me as I try to say the episode number. All the hallmarks that have kind of happened over the years. But so long as we are, creating something with our friends, having fun times, having fun discussions, I think we'll be okay. And we do still plan to do that. We just don't have specifics about what that will look like right now, but we do have some ideas.
Okay. So this is, according with your words, this not will be a cold goodbye, maybe a warm goodbye.
Oh yeah,
Yes, that's a good way
definitely.
to put it. There's still Bionicle content that we want to do. There's still projects we've talked about for many years, some we haven't talked about that we have ideas for in the future. Who knows if Bionicle ever does come back? I'm sure we're going to come back to talk about it in some capacity. LJ and I still have Knack and Jay ideas to do. It's just it's just the TTV podcast that is ending, not necessarily everything else. Although that's not to say that the actual channel might not end one day as well, because like we said, the name could use some work. Maybe we'd rename it. Maybe we'd make a new channel entirely just catered around me and LJ. I don't know. But right now, it's just the podcast.
All right. I saw, guys, we achieved the end of the TTV exclusive interview. After several weeks of and the planification, some delays, and finally, we record in the Bionicle Day the conclusion of this whole story. So it's time to celebrate. We finally we have the whole story of TTV in a very exclusive moment for all the Bionicle fans around the world.
I'll definitely
Also,
say thank you for giving us the opportunity to kind of walk down memory lane and clarify some things, answer some questions. It was very fun. This whole thing has meant a lot to me. I have met the closest people in my life as a result of working on the channel and the podcast specifically. I have lots of memories through my formative years, through my teen years, through entering into like adulthood. This has kind of been a constant. I'm in my like late 20s at this point, just over. And like the TTV podcast has been a part of my life longer than it hasn't. So it's definitely a bittersweet thing, but the TTV podcast might end, but the Bionicle community will not. And our presence in the Bionicle community won't either. It just might not be quite as much as it used to be. Or maybe it will be. Who knows? Who knows what will happen? Bionicle could come back tomorrow. Wouldn't that be fun, Elgin?
yeah,
It could.
Why do you do this
yeah.
to
Some
me?
people are have a new idea of Bionicle 2025. Wow.
Yeah. Very much doubt, but who knows? You
Who
know?
knows? So, the moment of from random questions. Maybe this is more a confession from Bionicle. So, do you have some repent of related to Bionicle? For example, buy something, a set, or make something with a set. For example, yeah, a custom or whatever you want to confess with all the Bionicle fans.
You said, do we have like a regret?
Regret or guilty pleasure, whatever.
Yes, I have one big regret.
No, no.
Okay, come on, come on.
Not buying Karzani. My mom back in 2007, she ordered Karzani from the Lego magazine and she did it over the phone. They took payment information. They said they were shipping it, et cetera, et cetera. She didn't like check the bank account to like verify the payment had gone through. So the weeks go by, we're waiting for Karzani to arrive. It never arrived. I never arrived. She checked. We had never even been charged. So she called back and was like, I'd like to order it again. By that point, it had sold out, and we didn't have any Toys R Us's in our area to go pick it up on store shelves. So Karzani slipped through the cracks, and I was just like, oh, maybe I'll get it one day, not realizing it would be one of the most expensive sets on the secondhand market. So expensive that I could never justify getting it because it's really not that good, which I
No.
learned
Oh,
from watching LJ's recap review.
Ding,
yeah.
ding, 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 ding.
What
So what
about you,
about you,
LJ?
LJ? You
Oh
have something
gosh.
to say?
Um, Boy, when it comes to me and regrets. No, when
Oh,
it comes to Bionicle stuff, I was extremely fortunate over the years. So I was able to get a lot at retail. But I mean, I would say most of my regrets stem from interactions with people in the Bionicle community, just situations that went awry and stuff like that. So nothing terribly specifically tangible when it comes to Bionicle itself. Um, But you also asked about like a guilty pleasure. Is that right?
Yeah, guilty pleasures are valid nowadays. Come on, come on.
All right. Guilty pleasure. Oh goodness. I'm gonna say The Legend Reborn. I really like The Legend Reborn, and I know that's
Oh,
not a popular stance to take, but it's not a great movie. But I really like it. I just think it's a fun time. So I like
Yeah, I
that.
agree too. It's better than the second movie.
Ooh,
yeah.
okay, Meso. Let's hear it.
No, The Little Reborn is good. It's good for the kids.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
hey,
No, I like it.
LJ, is one of your regrets not believing me when I told you Bionicle was ending in 2009?
Nope. You know what? Funny enough, not one of my regrets. Thank you for asking.
Uh, I need to confess something about Bionicle.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Okay, maybe in exclusive to things. I really love Knight's Kingdom.
Oh,
Really
Okay.
love, despite there are bad sets.
yeah. I mean, it
Even I
seems
love
cool.
the horrible Hero Factory sets.
Me too.
I really love the ugly sets of constructions. Even I bought Luke Skywalker. Yes, I
Oh,
have it
oh
my
no.
own. Yeah, I bought, and I say to my friends, "Do you know why I bought this ugly Luke Skywalker TCBS toy?
Hmm.
Because no one wants him, and
Aw.
I cleaned this store by the Luke Skywalker set. It's too ugly, and the guys cannot only make memes with that. Okay, I will make my own memes with Luke Skywalker. Even I bought the creepy Han Solo toy, which is
Yes.
too similar to Nick Bluetooth. Even I say, okay, I have my own Nick Bluetooth, and will make a Nick Bluetooth doll with this guy.
Well, there you go. Even the
That's
ugly
awesome.
sets deserve love. I agree
Yes,
with you completely. I bought three of the Han Solo figures and I combined them together in a massive creation that I named Han Trio because
oh,
it has three heads and I'm so
the Han
I
Solo
get it.
Kaita.
Exactly. Basically, yes. Uh
Okay, I have
Even
a
the ugly
regret.
sets deserve love. What is your regret?
Yes, I make a very horrible and depressive decision. Take the decision in a depression, and I sold the Kanohi Bahi.
You
Oh
sold it?
no.
Yeah, I also sold the gold Kraken, and when I yeah basically when my friends and other people in the Bionicle Mexican firms know I have the golden Kraken, they say, "Oh man, that is the lead. That guy is the lead."
Oh
I
no.
really love the Kraken. The gold Kraken is useful for mugs.
True.
Oh
It's also
no.
very valuable.
Yes, also I make horrible decisions because because yes, sometimes I have anxiety problems, and yes, I pass a very horrible stage as an unemployment person. I
It
Wow.
nowadays I'm
happens.
yes, nowadays I'm reconstructing and my collection, and I think I start to looking again the sets and say, okay, I want to see the details of the mask of the toys, and I think I found more funny those toys than in the past.
Well, we all have our own regrets. There's
Yes,
so many
so
of them.
I have a very special surprise for you. Okay,
Oh,
we only take 10 minutes. We are in the very last part of this very special interview. So I'm gonna tell you a very weird and bizarre curiosity related to Bionicle. Did you
okay.
know in Latin America there some horror channels make a video of a so-called Bionicle moved by a ghost?
Really?
Really? Really? Do you want to see the video?
Sure.
Sure.
Why not?
Okay, this is
Bionicle
maybe
movement
the
ghost.
weirdest curiosity of Bionicle and is word from the Bionicle iceberg.
Okay. Can't wait to see this. All right.
Okay, the video is called Algo no está bien en esta casa or something is wrong in this house today.
All right. Let's
Pay
see this.
attention.
Yep.
We can see the guy, all the history.
What on earth? Okay.
We recognize
A
the
large
Lego
Bionicle in
Senor.
the back of the closet.
Yeah, no, pay attention. We are in the room.
All right.
You know the horror movies. The monster is hidden in the room.
Oh,
This is a classic Reddit horror video.
I have never believed in ghosts.
Okay, I'm gonna. Oh no! Why you do?
We
Why you
love
make?
Dang, hit
advertisements.
by an ad.
Classic. It's the YouTube special.
Okay, the guy is looking for the. No, no, they are looking for the noise, the mysterious noise. No, that's what all the
Ominous.
horror movies start.
I love the wavy lines.
Maybe it's the old Mac. Oh man, that collection is amazing.
That is pretty big.
Reminds me to the Legomaniac house.
I'm waiting for the jump scare where one jumps towards the camera.
The Scorpio is the ghost. Oh no. That makes you go further, and yes.
Okay.
I will remember that video. It was a little slow.
I just saw this person has 23 million subscribers.
Yeah. Maybe okay. Did you hear?
No, there's no volume.
No, 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 no. Sorry, sorry. The guy say, "Did you hear?"
Oh,
We are start with the most dramatic part of the movie. It come from the Legos room. No?
well, don't go in there.
Yes. Come on. Let's check it out. Come on. Come on. Let's do it. There
Oh,
is nothing here. There is nothing here. There is nothing here. Woo. Yeah, there is something here. No, no, there is nothing.
spooky.
There is nothing here too. Did you hear in the alley? No, in the Legos room. In the okay, 10 and 5 minutes or seconds. Oh man,
Oh my.
yeah. Again, the only spooky thing which I've seen is the collection. I want this collection.
That would be nice to have for sure.
Oh man, did you see?
Oh. Epic. Oh my god.
Like Toy
The
Story.
little head tilt. Epic. The ghost of Bionicle is real.
Nigeria Ghost. Nigeria Ghosts.
Amazing.
So let
That
me
was
check if we
incredibly
can
creepy.
if this video have the picture of the mug. Oh, this is here. The mug is really nice.
Goodness
Wow.
gracious.
That's very
Huge.
tall. I like the cereal box comparison. And the possessed mock.
Maybe it's Matoro using his mask.
Oh.
So
Bro, it's just like Toy Story with Bionicle.
yeah,
They come
this
alive.
is this is the Bionicle Latino urban legend.
That's
That is awesome.
outstanding.
So
Legend has it the
maybe
mock is still turning its head to this day.
ironically the Bionicle Iceberg doesn't have an entry for this video. I don't know why.
Wow. Who can
So
say? But thank you for showing us that. I never saw that before.
That was fun.
so according with all the activities, we finally reach the conclusion of this special program. Do you want to see something, guys?
All
Eldon,
right.
you got anything to say?
Um, this was a blast. Genuinely, thank you so much for inviting us on and doing this. This was a lot of fun. I really appreciate it. And I think that your dream of getting to interview Greg and Christian, I think it is extremely achievable. And I really hope to see that happen for you one day. And I really am very, very grateful that you invited us on. This was a lot of fun. So thank you.
Yeah, you have been incredibly kind. It was a lot of fun talking to you and walking through memory lane. And thank you and anybody else who may listen to this for following us for all these years. It's been a
So
blast, truly.
thank you, guys. You are so kind to 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 give me this opportunity. Also, it was incredible share with other Bionicle fans from other country the strange and weirdest Bionicle curiosity in Latin America.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much, guys. This is a very it was a very special occasion. We're gonna see you in another edition of this interview show. Maybe we're gonna switch again in Spanish.
That'd
So
be awesome.
is please visit the TTV channel if you like Bionicle or are curious about why Bionicle is so important for these three guys. Check all the videos and subscribe and support the world of 20 or 15 years of Bionicle fan base. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Goodbye.
much.
Because I know somewhere deep down in my heart, I still love you.